The Mixed Mornings and More podcast with Steph and Sean.
Now available daily.
Good morning, world.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday. It is August 30th, 5:30 right now. You know what that means.
Boomsies, we get a raise.
That's a raise for us, man. We're raking. This is silly how rich we are right now.
Somebody's got to tell the boss about all this, though.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. We're potentially rich in the future. Oh, man, I had a long afternoon yesterday.
What happened? You usually sleep all afternoon.
I know.
Like, were you sleeping for 3 hours, and when you woke up, you're like, wow.
Wow, that was a long
afternoon.
That would be hilarious. I might do that one day. Talk about that one day. I do it every day, but I might talk about that one day.
Okay.
No, my landlords were getting some work done to their place, and so I just had to hold off on going home. So I think I was done around here around noon or so, and then I was just like kind of texting with them, like, yeah, we'll get back to you if once they get out, type of thing. I was like, oh, no worries, I can do some things around work, and I can kind of just do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. But then all of a sudden it's like 2:00. I'm like, hey guys. Hey!
Can I come home now,
I was like,
please?
do you guys have an estimate? Maybe I'll just take a sleep here.
Yeah, there's a couch in the lobby. I mean, it's only 2 cushions, not 3, so you'd have to curl.
That's right. They're like, oh, yeah. They text me back, like, yeah, it's good to come home. Sorry, I fell asleep.
No!
I was like, damn you! That could have been me!
So I was updating my LinkedIn the other day, and I noticed, okay, so LinkedIn is the app where it's kind of like your resume on display.
It's like a professional social media.
Yeah, and you're like, hello, I just took some more training. Congratulations.
You take your Instagram bio and then you professionalize it.
Yeah. But I noticed the other day, I got a request from somebody.
Me too.
Really?
Bot scam.
I think it might be.
A professional bot scam.
A professional bot scam. They've moved over to LinkedIn. This person said they were like an advertiser. They were this.
Yeah.
And then they said they were an amateur violinist. And I was like, that's not part of your professional acumen. Are we supposed to start putting like a little bit of personality in our bios now? Because like mine just says like morning show host, assistant program director, and voice actor.
Right.
And I was like, should I add and lazy activist?
Yes.
Like,
Apparently you need a little spice at the end. Same thing with my bot scammer that added me. It was like IXU designer, website social activist, and bread maker.
bread maker.
Like award bread maker winner person. I was like, what? And then I had another bot that added me, and it was the same thing. It was like sales advisor, website consultant, and it was like competitive salsa dancer. I'm just, what is with the 1, 2, and then spicy 3?
I know. I feel like though, like, is my spicy 3, like, do we need to add these, or is this just the bot being like, add a little bit of like personality that goes along with the millennial pandemic hobbies that we all picked up? Amateur bread maker. Now I'm an amateur violinist, that kind of thing.
You could be like a silky knitnist.
Knitness?
Oh, you like knitting and stuff?
Knitter, I think is the word you were looking for.
But professionally, you could be a knittist.
A knittist.
Yeah.
Okay.
I could be a...
I don't knit, actually.
No? What do you do?
Crochet.
You crochet.
Crocheter. Crochetist.
Yeah.
To go along with your knittist.
Yeah. I could be a professional napper.
Yes, you absolutely could.
I could be a athletic dad bodder.
You could be a amateur house sitter. No, but I feel
Yeah.
like amateur is too, you're not an amateur. You're really good at it. Expert.
Yeah.
House sitter.
House sitting consultant.
Ooh, getting even better.
Dog sitting extraordinaire.
Whisperer.
Whisperer.
Yeah.
I like this.
Dog treat. Distributor. Connoisseur. No, that sounds like you're eating the dog
them,
treats.
and I know what to feed them because I also eat them.
Yeah,
which I don't.
Avoid that one. Don't put that in your LinkedIn profile. You're not getting any hits.
I think I'm self-aware of a toxic trait I started doing last week.
Last week? Okay,
Yeah.
so there's still time to turn this around.
Yeah, and we're just going to put it out into the open, make it known, and maybe that'll hold me accountable for what I'm doing.
Okay.
I noticed one of my toenails was bothering me.
Your toenails? Yesterday
mean?
we're talking about your nose hairs and me potentially waxing them. Now you want me to cut your toenails? Or are you just...
Are you offering?
No. Definitely not.
I just said toenails and you went off.
You made me nervous. I'm sorry. I have PTSD from yesterday. Okay, back to your toenails. What about them?
I just want you to cut them.
Sean, you want to fight? It's going to happen.
No, I noticed after one of my showers, I noticed one of them was just a little longer. I don't know how it outgrew the other ones. Just a little overachiever down there.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And so I just cut that one, and then I have back problems, so I didn't bother cutting any of the other ones.
I have back problems.
Because I didn't want to bend over and cut the other ones.
You weren't sitting in your heated seat in your car.
No, I wasn't.
Yeah. Okay.
So then I just left all the other ones a bit longer and had one toenail cut down.
One.
Is that a little toxic? Is that a little weird?
I mean, this entire conversation is weird. I feel like this is something you do in the privacy of your bathroom that nobody ever mentions. You know, like sometimes you pick your nose to get the booger out.
You
but
pick your nose?
No. Absolutely not. But I just mean, like, these things happen
Where'd that
behind...
thought come from, Steph?
Sean, these things happen behind closed doors and you don't talk about it. You're like, you know what? My toenails, interesting conversation can be had.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and stop that, because last night in bed, I realized when like my feet were in the sheets, I could feel... could feel my longer toenails and then the shorter one, and I hated it so much.
You are such a weirdo. Like, definitely you're doing twice the work if you've decided to off-kilter your toenail cutting, that you're doing one toenail 1 week and 9 toenails the next.
I'll do one a day type of thing. Like Mondays will be pinky, Tuesdays will
Sean,
be
if you have a sore back, get it over with. Do it all at once. This is ridiculous. Mercury is in retrograde. We're back in that season again.
I've blamed plenty of things on it for the past 2 weeks already. It's great.
Okay, I had never heard of Mercury being in retrograde before until 6 months ago?
Yeah.
Maybe.
You're missing out.
You think, has this been
using it for a decade?
You haven't, have you?
Yeah, Miss Rent. Oh, Mercury was in retrograde. Sorry, I'll get it over to you now.
They do say that people blame comedic things on it. They blame horror stories on it. It's just this is really messing up my cheek.
Sorry, I hit you with my car. I couldn't happen but notice Mercury was going backwards over there.
Well, the interesting thing is, apparently Mercury is not the only planet that appears to be going backwards.
Really?
Yeah. Uranus is also in retrograde right now, but nobody says, sorry, Uranus was in retrograde.
Yeah, probably for obvious reasons.
Probably for the best. We can appreciate that. Also Pluto, but now they say Pluto's not a planet, so does it matter that Pluto's in retrograde?
Wow. We should bring back Pluto for just retrograde reasons.
It's so that we can just be in a longer season of messing up and blaming it on something other than
why not?
Clumsiness.
Give Pluto a little meaning in this world again.
Okay. All right. I could get on that. Let's start a petition.
Yeah. Critically acclaimed and just major film Interstellar came out in 2014. Have you ever got around to watching it, Steph?
I'm going to be completely honest. I've tried.
Yeah?
Got bored. Gave up.
Yeah, I think that's very understandable. The film is basically 3 hours.
Yeah, that's a long time. That's a lot of life to commit to something that you're bored within the first 5 to 10 minutes of.
Big time, big time. I got an email from Netflix over the weekend, and it was like, yo, some stuff's leaving. Here's what's leaving. Interstellar was one of them.
And so you were like, oh, I better not miss the train of this boring movie. I better watch it?
Well, no, because I've heard that it actually is really good.
Oh.
I've heard that it's very compelling, very good. And if you have the time, you should watch it. That's what I've heard about the film. And so yesterday, wake up from my nap, you're like, you know what? I'm going to turn this on because it's leaving. Watch it while I still am paying for Netflix. Who knows if maybe it'll come back in 5 years and Netflix will cost $50.
Right,
so
exactly.
I'm paying for Netflix now. Let's get on it. Let's watch this bad boy. I will reiterate. The first hour, pretty boring. I was
first hour, you made it through the first hour of boring movie. I was like, nope. And after 10 minutes, that's enough.
Yeah, because I was doing a fantasy football draft at the time, and so I was kind of on my phone, and I was paying attention, and then. The audio, I don't know if Netflix got a bad audio quality of the film, but the talking was quiet, and then the sound effects was major.
Oh,
and then
dear.
the talking was quiet, and then a rocket would take off, and then the talking was quiet. So I was constantly trying to find the right volume. So that immediately turned me off.
That
and
is
I was
very
kind of
frustrating.
checking my phone here or there. But then finally I put my phone down. I was like, no, pay attention. The last 2 hours plus of this film, holy crap, so good.
Really?
I was like on the verge of crying near the end of it. There were moments where I'm like, holy, this is a great film. This is an amazing plot line. So they 100% could have fast tracked that hour into like somehow 15 minutes of backstory, made it a 2 hour and 10-minute film, and I bet you it would have won everything.
Okay, so for all of us who gave up after the first
Yeah.
10 minutes, do you feel like after you've watched it that you could just summarize the first?
Well, no spoiler alert.
Oh, okay.
Maybe after it's gone from Netflix, I'll spoiler
you'll tell
alert.
us
But
all about it.
do yourself a favor, get through
Get
first
through
hour.
that first hour before it leaves Netflix forever. It goes back into the Disney vault or something.
No, you know what this movie would be perfect for?
What?
If they put it on cable TV and you randomly scrolled across it and already 50 minutes has passed. And then you just tune in for
Forward it. I'm going to watch it on Netflix and be like, I'm starting 50 minutes in.
And then you watch the last 2 hours, you're like, whoa, that was the best movie ever.
Lots of renovations happening in houses. HGTV, big advocate and reason why we do it. And you just kind of rip out all the old, put in new, and say, ugh, that's so old school. Why would I ever do that? I was at my grandma's house last week.
Yeah.
She has a cold room still.
Oh,
Yeah, you know what that is?
no.
It's an insulated room in your basement that doesn't allow the heat of the furnace to come in.
Okay, I was going to say it's a room where you store all your cold plates. Maybe it was like an East Coast thing.
Your cold plates. Oh my gosh. No. It's like, what's a cold plate? No, I know. But she does store all her preserves in there. She stores her like potatoes in there. Anything that like dark and cold. It's basically pretty much as cold as a fridge.
It's nature's fridge, essentially.
Yeah, it's underground, but it's completely insulated and part of your house.
And it doesn't take like energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I wish
Eco-efficient.
I had one of these. I would keep so much stuff in there.
Yeah.
And she just keeps her extra stuff too. Like, oh,
Yeah.
not enough room for these cans in my cupboard. No worries. I'll just put them in the cold room.
Yeah. I thought for sure when you were mentioning renovations, you're going to be like, oh, she just had linoleum over her perfectly nice hardwood.
I mean, I wish we'd bring that back too. Wouldn't it be so nice if we could all just peel up the linoleum and be like, wow.
Well, you had hardwood under here?
Yeah, us crazy people put that on top. No, but another option though, laundry chute.
I was going to say, because those are kind of trendy a little bit. Like some places bring them back and some places completely get rid of them. I've seen some like TikToks of like, oh, and it has like a laundry chute and stuff of like modernly renovated homes.
Yeah, I think that'd be so cool. I do know that they took them out because of the fear of safety, like children were falling down them. But maybe if you made it into a slide and it was dual purpose, laundry chute and fun way to get to the basement.
Yes.
Like, let's just think new things.
I'm for it. A new podcast has come out that might pique some people's interest. So first, number one, Mixed Mornings if you need one to download and more.
This is your favorite podcast. It's so easy. It's the recap of the show. It's all about local. It's great.
Yeah. So if you need something local to daily and listen to every day, Monday through Friday, but if maybe you listen to all those episodes, there's another one that you could tune into as well.
And what's that, Sean?
Yeah, all of the late night show hosts. I don't know if they're doing new episodes or not. I haven't really paid attention recently. I haven't even seen really maybe any even social media clips of them putting out content. So I don't even know if they're on right now with everything going on in Hollywood with the strikes.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess not with the actors not going to Comic-Con because they're not working. I would guess that they're also not working on
And writers
late-night
writing the
television.
show too and all the jokes and
Yeah.
stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And so Stephen Colbert, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Seth Meyers, and John Oliver, they're teaming up for a new limited podcast called Strike Force 5 amid everything going on.
Strike Force 5. And there are 5 of them. That's a lot of people on a podcast.
Yeah. You were pointing out all hosts, all used to having all the attention.
How is that going to go? Are they going to talk over each other, laugh over each other? How are they going to be able to make an interesting podcast with just themselves.
Yeah. They also say proceeds from the series, which comes out today, it's going to go towards their late night staff from the shows. If they do happen to make money off of this bad boy, they're going to donate it towards their writers and stuff amid everything going on. I have a big brain, something that's happening here. So we're either going to find out if they actually are funny and they have that charisma to do something on their own, which I believe they do. To host a show like that, you have to be able to, off the cuff, do stuff.
Yeah, on the spot. Just be ready to go at any laugh.
Or the big brain comes in. Are they paying writers with their own money to write the podcast?
Oh my goodness. Can you imagine? I mean, that would be the kind thing to do.
Yeah.
If they haven't thought of it, you should write to them and say that. Especially let's listen to the first episode, see how it goes.
Yeah.
If it needs some work, pass your idea along. Maybe they'll pass you some money too.
There we go. We can profit on it. We workshopped it. I'll share some.
The forever young drink Pepsi turned 125 years old on Monday.
Wow.
I know. It's been around for a while.
Yeah.
So I learned a new Pepsi fact that I would love for you to guess the answer to.
Yeah. Do you know? What's happening?
Okay. The question is, why was Pepsi invented?
Oh. When was Coke invented? Was it before or after?
I have no idea. Probably before. Coke seems to always have the number 18 in front of it.
Coke invented. Yeah. Oh my goodness. 1886.
Oh, okay.
All right. Okay. So why was Pepsi invented? I'm guessing someone wanted a slice of the pie. Someone wanted some cash. So they're just a lot of people are buying Coke. I can probably steal some of that. So some competition.
Perhaps. Yeah. I don't think that Pepsi and Coke taste alike whatsoever.
Okay.
But perhaps.
Well, it's similar.
It's not correct.
Yeah. Okay. So the answer's wrong.
Yeah.
It's for people that like the color blue. I guess. I don't know.
People that like the color blue.
It's got some blue in the logo.
In the logo, not in the drink. But okay. Nope.
Yeah.
Incorrect.
Okay. Variety reasons. It's a little different tasting. I don't know.
It does taste different than Coke, as we've established.
Yeah.
But nope, that's not it either.
Okay. Oh, wait. Hold up. I'm going to big brain the heck out of this.
Big brain it. All right, let's see. Use all those muscles, Sean.
Coke invented it. Coke invented it, but they made it worse on purpose.
It's not worse, it's better.
They made it worse on purpose so people would then think, wow, when they drink Coke, it is such a superior drink that they're like, I'm never going to go away from Coke. Why would I go to this worse competitor when I have this much more established Coke in my hand? It's like a big brain. They invented it secretly.
Okay, also incorrect.
Well, they're not going to tell the world. They're going to keep it a secret.
No, okay, that's not it either. Apparently, Pepsi was first invented by a pharmacist.
All right.
And he called it Brad's drink.
Okay.
His name was Caleb Bradham. But then he changed the name of it to Pepsi because it helps with the condition of dyspepsia.
What's that?
Indigestion.
Okay.
I don't think...
Like it makes you poop?
Indigestion is like heartburn, Sean.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yeah, same thing.
But this is weird to me because I think Pepsi makes you burp. Like it does the opposite of what you want it to do.
Oh.
So I'm like, well, good thing they turned it into a delicious sugary drink instead because it certainly isn't following.
So it was like liquid Pepto before?
Yeah, like Pepto-Bismol. I kind of feel like this. And now I'm like, oh, Pepto.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of Pepsi.
It all is coming together.
Anyway, I think it's delicious, but I would never drink it if I was like, oh, my heartburn's so bad. Better drink something fizzy and
definitely
sugary.
Transformed over the years. Somehow I came across teacher talk on my For You page last night, and there was a teacher podcast that I thought was very forward-thinking and amazing. And so the person on the podcast was essentially saying he's using his time in the classroom so he can try and have free time outside of the classroom. I'll play the audio and then we'll discuss.
Okay.
I give him a budget and I'm like, hey, here it.
I should say it's a English teacher teaching a Spanish class. And so that's the context here. I should kind of context this a little bit.
Thanks, Sean.
I give them a budget and I'm like, hey, here is $2,000. You and your 3 classmates in your group have to plan a vacation. I don't give them many parameters. I'm just saying you're going June 16th because that's when school ended. I want to see how long you can go, and they have to plan this out. They have to show me what site they went to with the full URLs. That's the part that teaching can be fun. It can be fun because you can do a cool project. They're learning all of this stuff. When I'm at home, they're like, oh, well, you should be doing that research at home. Yeah, guess what? I'm grading their papers at home. So this is effective use of time, and that should go on my permanent record. Okay.
I think that's genius because it's applying like real life situations to a language that you're learning. Like I was learning Spanish over on Duolingo, and there was stuff where I'm just like, But this is but then you're learning about food and how to pronounce a whole bunch of food places, and you're learning about accommodations and excursions and just real life things. And then he just uses the ones that he likes, what he would plan, like when he goes home, and uses them.
That's amazing. So school gets out on June 16th, and he's like, all right, where am I going on vacation? Thank you for planning this all out to me. I'll take a little bit from here and a little bit from here, and perfect URLs to know where to book. Great.
Yeah, so any teachers listening right now, maybe you can apply a fun project in some way, shape, or form to your classroom.
Hashtag life hack. It's Wednesday, which means it's SPCA Pet of the Weekday.
Big shout out, Pet Value Downtown and Eagle Ridge. And big shout out to Misty in studio here with a big old dog.
With our longest term resident doggo. Just like Frank, we have our man Romeo, the chocolate beauty. His 1 year is coming up in October, I do believe.
Oh my goodness.
So just like Frank, we're going to try to push him to sell him because he's actually perfect. He likes female dogs, 99.9% of them. He loves puppies, so he's our puppy socializer. It's kind of cute because he's so large, and then you got the little tiny guys. At first, they're kind of like, oh my gosh, but then he's like, I am the best dad to you. So he's very loving, very smart, knows all of his commands. He would be a great woods dog. He'd be a great family dog for probably older children, but he is gentle, very gentle nature. He loves belly rubs. He'll roll over for them. He's Kim's most favorite prize baby up there. She loves him so much. He would love an active home. He loves using his brain. He'd be good with like agility and all that fun stuff. He's a very easy learner. He's already trained. He was traveled excellent up here.
Nice.
Before we took Kim's car up here with him last time he came to the radio, he was kind of like, I want to sit in the front seat with you guys. Like, I'm a large guy. But this time he's so quiet, like in the crate. Very perfect, house trained, everything.
Yeah, brown in color, beautiful chocolate looking, kind of bigger lab, I guess you could say, mixed with something. And around 3 years old, so just like so well mannered and well taken care of and just smart. So it could definitely be a perfect dog for your home.
Excellent on leash. Perfect on leash. So if you're really thinking about it, I know he's not in our K1 room as often, but he is always up there. He's been up there for so long. So if you're thinking about it and you really want to meet him, Kim would love to book that appointment for you to get in to meet that guy, to find his forever after before his 1 year, because that's just sad, you know?
Yeah, let's get him adopted. Now, Misty, you also have things going on at the SPCA. Lots of fundraisers coming up. Tell us about that.
So October is going to be spooky month. So RBD Beauty Photography and Inception Tattoos and Royal Canine Designs by Megan are teaming up to do this wonderful flash tattoo fundraiser. So Real Tats, with all the money going to us, we're going to be doing some outdoor photos out in Anzac. So if you haven't been out there, incredible scenery just in time for fall too. So if you're thinking about getting those fall photos and you're like, okay, when am I going to get that done? We are booking those time slots. And of course, nails. You always need your animal nails done.
Totally.
So that is October 1st. From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. With all the info on our Facebook page. So if you're thinking about it and you really want to get a cute little flash tattoo and you're just like, oh, or maybe you're going to like push the limits. I'm going to get my first one done.
You are.
I'm going to try it out. So if you're like, I wanted to try this out, see if I actually like it. Then
Spooky season, you said, though. So are you thinking pumpkin? Are you thinking spider web?
Dog ears.
She's got
black cat.
So many like designs out there. It's on her page. She has a list of all the pictures there you can choose from. Like like there has to be 100 like,
Okay.
choices. Like there's so many and they're so cute. Like there's one page dedicated to Halloween, which is cute. But then there's other simple stuff like little dog silhouettes and stuff like that. So if you're thinking about it, October 1st, check out our Facebook page.
Love it. Thanks so much, Misty. Thanks for bringing Romeo. We're about to go over on our Facebook Live, Fort McMurray
New
Matters.
Facebook page.
Yeah, check that out and meet Romeo up at the SPCA.
Would you rather Wednesdays?
You're going first here, Steph. Would you rather always have your clothes covered in dog hair every day? You can't get it off.
Uh-huh.
Or, and I'll preface this with saying for everyone that you don't like fruit at all.
I hate fruit.
Or taste test a new fruit every day.
Oh, dear.
So dog hair on all your clothes or fruit, one fruit. Taste test, a bite every day.
I think I have to taste test the fruit every day.
Wow.
I can't handle dog hair on my clothes. It makes me crazy. I just need a lint roller at all times. Sean, this is kind of silly. Would you rather look like a fish or smell like a fish?
Yo, I'll go with look like a fish. You could probably dress it up in something. You know, kind of do a little workaround. Just smelling like a fish all the time.
Yeah.
That's like the one smell you never want to bring with you in the office or going out or in the anywhere. You don't want the smell of fish. You want to eat it. You don't want to smell it type of thing. So I'll do the look.
Because I feel like you can dress up a personality.
Yeah.
Like you can be like, I look like a fish, but I've great
Slap some blush on me and call it a day.
Grow a beard, it'll hide half your face.
Want more of today's show?
Download the Mixed Mornings and More podcast.
Now available every weekday.